Hi, this is Meredith Cantrell with Go Realty. Today I wanted to talk to you about the exclusive buyer agency agreement. So you've been out house shopping, you've found an agent that's just amazing and fantastic and is handling everything for you. Hopefully it's me. If not, I'm just happy that you found someone who can help you with your transaction. This is the agreement that you would sign between you and your agent. And I wanted to go through the forms with you a little bit today and just make sure that you have a really good understanding of what's on all of the 6 pages of this really tightly worded document. So we're just going to start going through. Let's just start from the top of the form. The first thing that you see is a place to put the date and your name and the name of your real estate agent's firm. The next thing you're going to put down is the type of property that you're looking for and the specific area. Now, a great agent would be filling all the stuff in for you, so you don't have to worry about it. The next thing is the duration of agency. So every agreement needs to have a beginning and an end, and that's just simply setting this up. And that's something that you can work out with your individual agent for how long you think it'll take you to find your perfect home. The next section here is the compensation of the firm. This is where you would simply fill out how your buyer's agent is going to get paid at the end of the transaction. Now, this gets a little bit confusing sometimes for buyers because the seller and their listing agent are actually the ones who have agreed what percentage they are going to be willing to pay the buyer's agent. And a lot of buyers think to themselves, why in the world would a seller be willing to pay for me to have a buyer's agent? Well, that's simply because sellers are trying to sell their house and they know that most smart buyers out there have an agent working on their behalf. So this is really a matter of cooperation between the listing agent and the buyer's agent. We're not in competition out here. We're in cooperation, trying to bring the right buyer together with the right seller. And so what you'll find here a lot of times is up to a certain percentage, because the seller and the listing agent are the ones that are actually determining what percentage they are offering to pay to the buyer's side. So that's why you don't often see a super specific percentage or a specific amount on this line. But please be sure to ask your specific agent if you have any questions regarding compensation or how they will get paid. The next part, the other potential buyers paragraph, is simply stating that our firm is going to have other buyers, and those other buyers might be interested in properties that are similar or exactly the same as the property that you're interested to buy, and that they are willing and able to make offers on those properties just like you are. The next paragraph here is about the firm's duty. And in shortened version, basically it's just describing that we have a fiduciary responsibility to protect your interest in this real estate transaction. The next section is the disclosure of buyer's name and mailing address. This is just saying that we have permission to share your name and your address and information with other parties in this transaction, like lenders, the title company, people like that who need to be able to get in touch with you. At Go Realty, we do not sell your name and address to get you on mailing lists, so you do not have to worry about anything like that. The next section here is the non-discrimination clause, and it's basically just saying that we are not allowed to, nor do we want to discriminate against anyone in helping them to buy or sell a home. The next part is the buyer's duties. This is basically what you, the buyer, are agreeing to do, which is to work exclusively with our firm, and also to make yourself available to go on showings, to comply with any reasonable request. Basically, it's just saying that you need to be able to be an active participant in this transaction. The next section, entitled Other Professional Advice, is simply saying that we are professionals in real estate, but we are not professionals in taxes, taxation, insurance, surveying, insects, that you need to seek out other professionals to look into those matters on the homes. There's also some check-off boxes where you check them off to say that you've received several documents, and these will be in a packet that your awesome real estate agent will provide for you. The next section is a home warranty section. There are different ways that you can get a home warranty. Sometimes you can negotiate for the seller to pay for the home warranty. Sometimes you as the buyer elect to purchase a home warranty. It's just a good idea, usually for the first year of owning the house, to just keep yourself covered for different things that break. But again, that's something that you and your real estate agent would have to cover for your specific case. This next section, number 12, is about the confidentiality of offers. This is simply saying that in North Carolina, we are not allowed to disclose any of the terms of your offer to any other party. So when you're making an offer on a house, and if you're in a multiple offer situation, you're not allowed to know what the other parties who are making offers are offering, and they're not allowed to know what you're offering, unless you for some reason decided to disclose that and release the information. The next section here is a big one. It's about dual agency. And this is something that should have been covered with you while you're going through the Working with Real Estate Agents brochure, but in case it wasn't, I'll talk a little bit about it here. Dual agency occurs simply when you as the buyer become interested in a listing that is held with the same firm as your buyer's agent. So I work for Go Realty. If you're my client and you become interested in a Go Realty listing, that is dual agency. Now these check marks over here that you see here where you initial, that's where you can decide whether or not you want to authorize dual agency or not. And it's totally up to you. And it just depends on what you feel comfortable with, and I encourage you to talk to your agent more about that possibility. The next section here is about mediation, and it's basically just saying that if any dispute arises about this agreement, that you agree to try mediation first. The next section is section 16, and it's basically just a lot of legal jargon that says that this agreement that you're signing is the complete agreement and that you can't add on or take away things out of this agreement. So what you sign is what you've agreed to. That's it. The next topic is something I think we need to remind our buyer clients of more often, the surveillance paragraph. Now that there are so many advances in technology in terms of home security and home surveillance, people even have doorbells that can hear what you're saying while you're inside the home. So you want to be really careful what you're saying and doing when you're inside of someone else's home. While we as agents are not allowed to surveil you or record you, the homeowner, the seller of the property, certainly can do whatever they want to in their property. And this is just stating that that could happen. So you want to be careful what you say and what you do while you're in someone's home. The next section here kind of tacks onto that a little bit, and it's just saying that you as the buyer are allowed to take photos and videos while you're inside the home as long as it's not violating the homeowner's privacy. So you can't open their drawers and take pictures of their financial records, but you can take a picture of a beautiful kitchen island as long as the seller has not specifically said that you're not allowed to do so. We finally made it. We're at the last page, and this is where you just put in your personal information. And again, like I said before, this is information that we use to contact you just to help your contract proceed forward, and it's not information that we share with others. So thank you for listening today. I hope it helped as I've gone through this buyer agency agreement. Please contact me and let me know if you have any questions. I would love to represent you and help you find the perfect home.